Are we live, everybody? I think we are. Not exactly a great day today. Thunderstorming, all that good stuff. Let me get my mic all set up. Ooh, that's new, but that's good. It's that good stuff. Okay. So we'll give people a couple of minutes to get in here. What's going on, everybody? Let's talk about One Punch Man for a little bit while we're getting in here. I could have sworn the last chapter I read. Damn, I can't even remember the names. Hero rank number 2, the Tornado of Terror, whatever. She was blowing apart the eyeball guy. Then she attacked the psychosis chick. Then she merged with Orochi. Then her merged with Orochi. She made her comeback and was whooping on the tornado. Then King contacted everybody, let them know that he got the chairman's son out. So then she said that I don't have to hold back anymore. You're done. That was the last chapter I read. Now I know a lot of mangas are in weird spots right now because of copyrights and Viz, because now Viz is going to be the only one publishing, so all the fan subs had to stop, but that was the last one I read. I also did finish Baki the Grappler from the original series to the current one. Woo! Baki is interesting, but good. I like Baki. So, we got about 50 plus people in here. Let's talk about what we are doing here today. So, I've dibbled and dabbled, dinked and dacked. Wow, it's supposed to be dink and dunk, but as you can see, I am a undisputed fan. Dinking and dacking. Been dabbling with my own podcast, but it's just here and there, not consistent. But I finally found an avenue that can be both consistent, usable, and probably go well viewed and appreciated. And that would be a Weapon Wheel post-game show. Post-game show. I'm thinking sports again. A Weapon Wheel post-show. So the day after Weapon Wheel, which would be Sundays, the day after would be Mondays, would be a good day of choice while things are still fresh in everybody's mind to do a post-show of yesterday's show. Because there's a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot of things I want to speak on that, I can't do that because I'd be taking up the whole podcast. So call it a debrief, a post-show, things of that nature. That's what I'm going to be doing now on Mondays. 4 o'clock for right now. It'll probably change to a later time when work starts ramping back up. As far as am I going to do this by myself? Probably not. I'll probably have possibly 1 to 2 guests on if I feel that is necessary. I am also making this because I see a lot of people stating that they don't want to support Weapon Wheel. They don't want to support the Patreon. They want to support individual members, but they don't want to support the entire team because they don't like me, or they don't like Smooth, or they don't like BG, or they don't like Jimmy, or they don't like Jack. If you're one of those people, and you do like me, and you're talking about you don't like the other people, you can come here and watch and donate to the Super Chats of this show. So if that's your problem, here's my only solution. And yes, Yujiro is the Omega male. He's pretty out there. Also, in other content, I am also on Planet Xbox, so yeah. I am not making a lot of videos anymore, but I feel like this will help me to make weekly, consistent content. And man, I want that Diamond No Ace Season 4 because it's getting kind of stale right now, but the next 2 games they're having in the manga are about to be great. But I am also on Planet Xbox, so you can catch one over there, Kid Smooth channel. And First thing I want to go over real quick, though. People are upset over the Patreon. Let me explain this to you right now. The Patreon is 100% voluntary. You don't need to do it. You don't have to do it. It is for extra content and for people that greatly appreciate and are greatly thankful of the content that want to support more to the content creators. We already know how YouTube is. YouTube does not exactly support content creators in a great fashion. And it doesn't exactly give you a platform to keep you motivated to want to make content. So this is another avenue for you to support content. The same old regular streams that have always existed will continue to exist. There's haters out there, and I'll call them right out, Drew's Days. They're taking shots on, oh, we did a 3-hour and 20-minute podcast, and we did it all for free. Congratulations. Look at all these 3-hour plus videos on the Weapon Wheel channel right here. 3-hour live stream of Spider-Man. 4-hour live stream of The Trash of Us Part 2. 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, a 3-hour and 13-minute Weapon Wheel live stream. Another 3-hour and 20-minute live stream show. The Trash of Us, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Halo Anniversary, 3 hours and 50 minutes. Halo Anniversary, 4 hours. Like, I don't want to hear anybody talking and complaining about content, because the members of Weapon Wheel, between myself, BG, Kid Smooth, Planet Xbox, Jack Move consistently streaming on his channel, no other group of content creators on a podcast is providing more content for free to you. With the exception of Jimmy. I will come out and say, with the exception of Jimmy. We provide you with more than enough free content. So for anybody, Drew's Days, to be acting like they provide not only more, but say, hey, we do this for free, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because as a podcast level, we put out more than everybody else. As an individual team level, outside Jimmy, we put out more than everybody else. That is not debatable. That is not an opinion. That is an outright fact. And this is one of the issues with the black community. Whenever somebody's trying to do something, I don't know, earn something, make a business out of something, and not saying that this is a business, but you know what I mean. Put monetary value on something. You have other black people with the crab in the barrel mentality. I could have sworn last week or 2 weeks ago I made a podcast or a stream where I said, I don't care how successful everybody else is. If AGS was twice as successful, good. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to make money. I want everybody to make views. I want everybody to make likes. I want everybody to get subs. But apparently, we still have selfish people out here that like to hate. And it is what it is. I believe, has BG been on AGS before? And I don't believe that BG is criticizing AGS at all. I don't believe BG is criticizing how they run their podcast, how long they run their podcast, what days they run their podcast, what members are on their podcast. So I don't want to hear that crap about BG. Y'all can be critical. That's 100% cool. But I need y'all to keep it 100 and Bill Alfonso 50-50 right smack down the middle, baby. I don't have a whistle to blow, but it is what it is. I don't mind criticism, but you gotta keep it 100. You gotta keep it 100. And you know, there's other YouTubers I watch, black YouTubers, and they're 100% right when they say this, that the biggest problem with the black community in YouTube, or even black people in general, when other black people try to make something, they feel as if they shouldn't have to support or pay for it, that it should all be given to them for free. For free. For free. For free. And to make matters even worse, he will cut his live stream off until donations get to a certain point, or he will pause the live stream until the likes get to a certain point. And my man is probably 50 years old, making mad bank, highly successful in corporate America, is legitimately possibly my missing relative, the real Black Bond, shows up on every stream with a suit and a tie, nice office and everything, and he tells it like it is. Tells it like it is. But look, I'm not trying to be that harsh on y'all. I'm just trying to say, if you like the content, retweet, subscribe, like. It's free. If you want to support the extra content, you do not have to. But if you want, that is your prerogative. But to say here and to sit up here and act like we're putting all this content behind a paywall when you're getting more free content than every other podcast is just stupid. I'm sorry. It's just stupid. I would rather you simply not support the Patreon and not support the podcast than sit up here and lie claiming that there's not enough free content. Because the guy just literally said that BG is streaming all the time and people aren't watching. So there you go. There's content out there. Not my fault you're not watching. So yeah, watch BG's live streams, support Planet Xbox, support Jack Move streams, support my channel, go watch AGS. My whole point is this. If you're going to be here every week, support the creators you like. Hit the like button. Retweet, subscribe. You don't have to go to Patreon. Supporting the people you like to make content is 100% free. It's free. It's free. It's not that hard. But for some reason, in some way, y'all want to sit up here and lie like you haven't been getting the most free content possible from any other podcast for the past 2-3 years running. That's a fact. You can't argue with that. You can't debate with that. Even if you hate the Patreon, okay, cool. I'm completely fine with that. But you cannot argue with me and tell me that is not a fact that 4 out of the 5 members of this podcast provide more content for you guys than any other collective podcast does. Maybe outside of Spawn Wave Media's podcast, the Spawncast. That's all I got to say. You can't argue with it. You can cry, you can complain, you can bitch, you can moan. That fact is not up for debate. Let's look at some of these comments right here before we move on. Yeah, definitely send me that new link for the podcast. The One Punch Man. I'm definitely waiting for Ippo's new chapter. I'm hoping Sendo wins. Appreciate it, Jack SV. I know, Patreon wars again. God forbid somebody tries to make money. It's the end of the world. AGS was 3 hours of entertainment. Weapon Wheel has been a dud. So, my friend, DG Films, why are you here? Explain to me, why are you here? And if they're so entertaining, why aren't you watching their content right now? That's what I want to know. I don't understand when people call other people boring, but are up here watching the content. That makes no sense to me. No, you don't know what crab in a barrel is. Not supporting something is not crab in a barrel. Protesting something actually getting supported is being crab in a barrel. BG does not mention AGS, and that's 100% right. I hope you're enjoying some of your top favorite fighting game characters. Well, Dudley's number one. Billy Khan. Karen. Soul Bad Guy. Gotta go Ryu. I mean, yeah. Always gotta go Ryu. I thought Bond hates anime. I mean, that's what they keep saying. Don't know why. But again, this isn't the Patreon podcast or anything like that. We always have Bond Tales. This is the post-show podcast. Also, before we get off the Patreon topic, the After Dark, from what BG is telling me, will not be streamed live due to piracy, and he will be dropping down that tier from 12 to 6. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. We were in there for about a couple hours last night. I mean, guys, let's be real. You get 2 hours a week, you get all of our other time a week, you get live streams a week, you get uploads a week, you get playing Xbox a week, and then you're like, we want more free stuff, and yet we don't want to support. We're not in our early 20s anymore, man. Time is money. Incentives create motivation. So let's talk about Cyberpunk real quick. And Cyberpunk is a game I have not looked at any gameplay footage really, outside of like its announcements. I have not read really anything about it. I want to know nothing about Cyberpunk. Absolutely, I want to go into that game completely surprised. The exact opposite of the Trash of Us 2. Don't want to know anything. That's how I want it to be. Hentai is not mainstream. Hentai is not dope. People that watch hentai do not get real women. That is a fact. And the quality of women you probably do get are low tier at best. But back to Cyberpunk. Apparently they've been cutting features. Is that disappointing? Yes. Does 100% of features of any game ever get into the end game? No. Your woman is trash. Stop. No self-respecting woman is going to be with a guy that watches hentai unless a loser like you is literally the best choice her sorry ass can actually get. That is a fact. Couldn't even imagine you inviting any quality woman home, a black woman especially, and you trying to show her some hentai and her not having an issue with it. That is absolutely absurd. And in fact, we're going to look at your channel right now. We're going to bring this up right now. Now, bruh, I don't mean to put you on blast. I'm not trying to make fun of you. But come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. For real? Come on. That's all I got to say. But I will give you this. And I will give you props. That you have your face on camera. And for that, you actually get my respect. Because a lot of these other losers don't show their face on camera. So in a way, it could be an outlier. But I could see a person who at least has the balls to put themselves on camera and their face to be able to pull a woman. So I'll at least give you that right there. I'll give you that much respect right there. Where was I? Where was I? I think we're at Cyberpunk. So apparently, Cyberpunk is removing wall running features in our features. And like I said, 100% of features... that is gimmick infringement, I'm sorry. You cannot comment on my channel. I'm sorry, you just can't. Wall running has been removed. 100% of features do not get put into games. That's a fact. We don't know if they didn't have time to implement this feature, the feature didn't work, it was a leftover extra feature, or they simply didn't have time. We won't know until this game comes out. But here's the funny thing about removing this feature. The funniest thing of all, right? The people that are making fun of the CD gods for removing this feature tend to be the Sony fan base. Appreciate that donation, Max B. What's your favorite Sungun Kagura game? I don't even know what that franchise is. But the people that tend to make fun of CD Projekt Red are The Last of Us and Naughty Dog fans. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? Because you know what's really ironic about that? About people like BG stating, oh look, the CD gods had to remove this, they're not as good as people say. Naughty Dog legitimately removed an entire multiplayer component from a game. They removed the entire multiplayer component from The Trash of Us 2. Let me repeat what I just said. They did not remove a feature. They did not remove a gameplay mechanic. They removed the entire multiplayer from a game. But yet you're complaining about wall running. We are complaining about wall running when the game you're capping for removed multiplayer completely. It was in part 1, but it wasn't in part 2. You are supposed to go forward and progress, not to regress and go backwards. That's all I got to say about that. Like I said, is it disappointing? Probably. Could it be good or a bad thing? We don't know yet. Do I like hearing that features and modes and gameplay are being removed? No, I don't like hearing that. But when you have the whole multiplayer component removed from your game, I don't think you should be talking. That's just me. That is just my opinion right there on that. Next up, we've got, let's see. This lady right here. Laura Bailey. Getting death threats because of her Last of Us Part 2 character. That just goes to show you even more, right? These dudes are complaining about wall running over a game that has a removed multiplayer, while at the same time sending death threats to a voice actress. Death threats to a voice actress, people. So, I don't understand why these Sony guys are acting like they're in the catbird seat. They are the biggest social rejects on the internet, only second to Nintendo, because of a very unique circumstance. Period. If it literally wasn't for Nintendo fans breaking the law, Sony fans would be undoubtedly the worst gamers on the planet right now. Period. 39-year-old voice actress who voices Abby in the Last of Us video game revealed that she's getting death threats because of her character's role in the game. Now, this isn't pro wrestling. This isn't the guy whose name is MJF playing the MJF character on AEW, where he plays a character to get heat. And when he gets heat, he gets death threats, and that's a good thing because that's what the character's supposed to do. Get heat. This is a voice actress. And why are all Phone's comments held for review? I'm just going to add Phone as a moderator so all of his comments can go through without being held for review or hidden. Phone's a tier 9 out of 10 level confidant, so it is what it is. Like, some of these, let's get a little zoom in here real quick. Comments are wild. I try to post only positive stuff on here, but sometimes it just gets a little overwhelming. I blacked out some of the words because, you know, spoilers. Side notes, thank you all for sending me people positive messages to balance it out. It means more than I can say. Got people saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to slaughter you. I'm going to stab you. You should die. You ruined it. I hope your parents die of cancer. I will find you. I will end your kid. F you. And Abby can go F herself. This is a voice actress, people. She is not Abby. She is not real. This is a woman reading lines off of a piece of paper in a studio. Fictional characters, people. This is absolutely absurd. And Neil Druckmann's been getting just about as much hate. And like I said about the Patreon, if you don't like it, don't support it. And if you have issues with the game The Trash of Us 2, I didn't like The Trash of Us 1. I thought it was a decent to good game, but not a great to amazing game. But did you see me writing death threats to this man? Did you see me saying that this man should have something happen to him because he couldn't mocap swinging a bat properly? No. Because I'm a grown-ass man. And I act like a grown-ass man. And I'm an adult that acts like an adult. Unfortunately for some of you Sony guys, Cyberpunk not having wall running is the least of your issues. I mean, y'all need to get it together. Y'all really do. I mean, let's look up Neil Druckmann. Let's look up Neil Druckmann. And don't worry, I'm getting my hair done this Friday, so, you know, I'll be back on camera. The Last of Us 2 The Trash of Us 2 director, which is funny because I call this game The Trash of Us, but I'm the Sony fanboy, shares examples of threats and harassment. Right here, people. You can love or hate the game and share thoughts about it. Unfortunately, many of the messages I've been getting are vile, hateful, and violent. Why do y'all need to get vile, hateful, and violent over a video game? Explain this to me. Explain this to me, you Cyberpunk haters. Why do y'all need to get violent, hateful, and racist in 2020? Hey, man. You get a haircut when your hair is kind of short and crazy. I have not had my hair cut since February. So I'm not getting my hair cut. I'm getting my hair done. Just is what it is. I'm a man. I can admit it. My hair is looking crazy right now. So if you think that's feminine, wanting to get properly groomed, hey, you might as well start watching hentai too, because you ain't got no woman. Yep, Mass Effect got it too, and I forgot who said this, but the video game fan base is the worst fan base in the history of entertainment. It is. Big Witcher fan, but Cyberpunk looking mid fan. Yeah, well, it can look mid. Masturbator, appreciate the donation, but, we just gotta see. We just gotta see. That's all we can do. That is all we can do. Black Bond Challenge movement, we could. The anime fan base isn't that bad because I differentiate the anime fan base from the fan service fan base into two different categories. The hentai fan service category is not something I would consider, like, for example, Phone 999. If you like anime and you are not subscribed to Phone 999, you don't like anime. He is one of my favorite anime reviewing channels out there, even though he's been watching trash lately, but he is one of my favorite channels to watch when it comes to anime. If you're an anime fan, manga fan, go ahead right now, subscribe to, I believe it's The Phone 999. Let me check it out. Let's see. The Phone 999. It's been lazy lately, but like I said, yeah, the views have definitely been showing that he's been lazy lately, but y'all need to watch this channel. This channel needs to be popping again. This is my favorite anime review channel. Definitely is. That's just a straight up fact. And I definitely differentiate a channel like this right here. Look at these videos. You're going to find anime reviews, manga chapter reviews. You're not going to find any of the silly hentai fan service bullcrap. Period. You're just not going to. Oh, Phone, we know you got lazy. You know I know you got lazy? Where's, because your most popular videos back in the day used to get like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. But I always tell people, you get to a point on YouTube where real life hits you, and YouTube's just not a priority. YouTube, unless you are dedicating your entire life to it, is a young man's game. And this video keeps getting comments on my channel. 637,000 views. 673,000 views. It's a great video. Jet Set Radio. One of my favorite games out there. Back to the trash bus. Subscribe to the Phone 999, people. Watch this channel. I gotta shout out the people I like to watch, because I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't. Telling you to watch and support me and the rest of Weapon Wheel. Neil Druckmann's 100% right. Whether you like the game or hate the game, nobody should be threatening voice actresses, threatening directors, creators, and stuff. You can cuss them out, you can be mean, you can be distasteful, but racism, hatefulness, violence, like talking to people's families, wanting to comfort them in the real, it's just so stupid. It really is stupid. And here, he said exactly what I've always been saying with video game fanboys over the internet. He goes on to say he hopes the people sending these messages get the mental help they so clearly need. But remember, people, I have told people in the past to get mental help, to seek therapy, to seek stability, meditation, to better yourselves and to take care of yourself, not just physically, emotionally, but socially and mentally. And I've been labeled the bad guy. This is coming from a man that's making more money than 99.9% of you ever will in your lives. Listen to this man. If you're out here saying people should die, people should be brought physical harm to themselves and their family, you do need mental help. And you do need to talk to somebody, and you do need to seek out therapy. Period. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. Now, let's get to the big guns. You know what's coming next. Y'all know what's coming next. I kind of like this format. Oh, we are at Event Hubs. And you know what's happening next. Oh, I didn't know SNK was going to be bought by Sony. Tempo Storm parts ways with Gonzalez Zero Barrios after allegations of misconduct surface, and he confesses. Evo 2020 Online canceled. Jolie Sula removed as CEO. Joey, Mr. Wizard, was the guy that banned Low Tier God. Isn't that ironic? Capcom and Neverland Realms in my opinion, withdraw from Evo 2020. 2G Gaming bans D1, Kaitaro, Nairo, Cinepai, Xax, and S2H from all future events. Jason Anti-Bates drops from T1 after allegations surface. NRG Esports severs ties with Super Smash Bros. Player Nairo after allegations of, yes, you already know. Mr. Wizard placed on administrative leave by Evo staff following accusations of misconduct. Anything else we got? Mike Z banned from Combo Breaker 2021 following Skullgirls community request. Is there anything else? Is there anything else, people? I believe, let's see. Oh, I love having multiple monitors because I can search on my other screen. Oh, I love to bring up Shokyo's Facebook because that was just complete stupidity. Let me find this link he had. Okay. I mean, hell, this even made it to ESPN. But here's the real kicker right here. This is the real kicker right here. The summary of abuse and allegations thread. This is wild. Do you see this scroll list right here? Hold on, let's start at the top. At A rookie. So let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 140 instances. 140 instances in the fighting game community. Not just the Smash Bros. Community, which they need to change the name of that game, but 140 instances in the fighting game community. And a lot of these instances recount multiple instances. For example, let's scroll down. Being a woman in the Smash community. That's one of 140 stories, but I bet you if we clicked here, there'd be multiple instances within one story. Example. Kiwi's experience involves 1, 2, 3 players. This person's experience involves 1, 2, 3 players. This is absolute... Look, Isam's experience with 1, 2 players. Archangel Pit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different instances for one person. So, yes, 140 instances from people, but the amount of actions that could have taken place are absolutely innumerable at this point. Between YouTube, Twitch, wrestling, and Smash Bros. Which they gotta change the name of that game, Smash Bros. They just need to take Smash out of the game. This is crazy. This is absolutely insanity. And this is exactly what I was talking about when I was mentioning grown-ass men should not be playing Animal Crossing, sexualizing a kid's game. You already knew this was going to be a problem with Super Smash Bros. When you were looking up the level creators and people were making all these kinds of crazy stuff in their level creators. That's a fact. I talked about it on Weapon Wheel yesterday. Giuseppe, how old is Giuseppe right now? Does he have a profile anymore? I'm getting Vesper Arcade. It's not what we want. No, I guess Giuseppe's not really that big anymore. Regardless of which, this kid when I was in school was 14 years old. And a bunch of SBOs, Supreme Battle or Super Battle Opera, Tokuji wanted to bring him 5 hours away from Pittsburgh to Ohio. And the parents said, we cannot do that because we don't know you. And, you know, we don't know where he's going, who's going to be the people around him. It's a 5-hour round trip. And I got over with the parents. You know, these kids say, oh, you're embarrassing me by accompanying me to a tournament. Bro, you're playing a video game in public. Your parents are embarrassing you. Stop it. Stop it. Be safe out here, people. Be safe out here. Make good decisions. And like we talked about yesterday, if you are a woman and you are not comfortable with a man, don't invite him to sleep over your crib 2 times. Don't have him drive over to your place 4 hours away. Don't walk into a bank that's being robbed and held up at gunpoint. You gotta just, like I said, I can't blame the victims, but humans, we do have to make smarter decisions out here. We just do. We just do. We do. It sucks that things like this happen, but hopefully this is a lesson. I mean, I don't think Evo is going to survive. And if Evo dies, I don't know what happens because when did SBO end? Tokagi ended in, wow, 2012 was the last one. So we have not had an SBO for 8 years now. Here's another good question. Does anybody know why SBO stopped? Oh. Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ, an outdoor event? As its first tournament held outdoors, there were reported problems with the event, including low attendance, very high temperatures, glare on screens, network problems that required tournament matches to be restarted, extended tournament that caused many entrants to miss the final train of the day, many of whom resorted to sleeping on the streets of Chiba. Jesus. Good Lord, in August. No, that's not good. That is not good. All zeros, I definitely recommend. I 100% agree with that. They do lack situational awareness. And War Machine Guy, appreciate the $1 super chat. Victim shaming 101 Bond? No, I didn't say it was the woman's fault. I just said don't invite a guy to sleep over if you have no interest in him. Like I said, don't enter a bank that's being robbed. Yeah, if you do enter a bank that's being robbed and you get held hostage, that's not your fault, but you kind of got to use better judgment. God, we were talking about Dr. Trey's furniture in the chat. Really, people? Call the cops if people got facts and evidence. I agree. FGC needs its sponsors, so the folk getting the band are 100% done at tourney. Agreed. And the fact that you're saying they need sponsors is, here's the big problem. Can the FGC survive without sponsors? And would you want to sponsor a game like Super Smash Bros. Or sponsor a gaming community that has all these episodes in it? I don't know if I would. That's just me. If I ran a company, I would not put my product anywhere near the FGC. Lakers Rams, appreciate that $5 super chat. Playa Fly Fan. Just watch the first 10 minutes of the stream. You'll get the gist of it. Dope is Jay. What's good, Bond? Ready for PX? I agree. Appreciate that super chat. KOF 15 is not going to be like 13. They are not going back to sprites. They're too expensive. It's just the way it is, people. I kind of only want these to be an hour, so we're going to try to wrap this up. Crisis delay. I don't even know why the delay for Crisis was there. Let's see. Crisis Remastered delayed after fans react poorly to leaked trailer. I honestly don't think this game needs a remaster. It just needs to have compatibility with multi-core processors. Might be mistaken, but I believe it's only meant to run at 2, and you can't really use 4 or higher. And I even had problems running it because it just was designed at a different era for gaming. So they really don't need to remaster it. They just need to, like, make it run better. Hell, they could just implement the mods and it would be fine. I do like Crisis, though. It's a great game. It is not just a graphical showcase. You will never find another first-person shooter that is more open-ended than Crisis, between stealth, brute force, mixing between multiple powers, multiple waypoints, and things like that. And I definitely do like Warhead. I might stream Warhead. I love Warhead. I definitely have to have Crisis on my channel. We gotta look. How do I not have Crisis on my channel? Oh, you know what probably happened? When I was getting my initial YouTube partnership, I had to purge all the gaming videos. Probably went with them. Yeah, that's what happened to it. That sucks, because that was some good gameplay. It's what it is. Mohammed, do you think the new consoles will affect NVIDIA? Doubtful. They might affect Intel. I do know I did want to talk about the realistic mechanics versus newer games, but I also remember doing a Warhead playthrough where I was on the train. I never got around to Divinity Original Sin yet. Horizon Zero Dawn PC. That is a game I'm looking forward to getting. Let's see. What are the top sellers on Steam right now? Well, where's Horizon? That's up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth highest selling game up there. Not bad. Holy crap, people are buying this Valve Index. They are not joking around. They are not joking around. I guess it changed. Maybe it updated. Anyway, I'm excited for Horizon on PC. I'm excited to play it at 60 frames. I'm excited to have a higher FOV. I'm excited for all that good stuff. Hopefully I can win a bet with Smooth. August 7th. Definitely want that. Experience Alloy's legendary quest to unravel the mysteries of the future of Earth ruled by the machines. Use devastating tactical attacks against your prey and explore a majestic open world in this award-winning action RPG. They use legendary and majestic. Oh crap, we got a road trip special. Jack Moo. I know they were calling the summer sale the road trip special. Here's a good question. Anybody answer me in the chat. Does this game come with the DLC? Of course my 1070 can handle that 1440p. It's not a smart question. Or maybe you just didn't know. So I can't deny that. Yes, I do like that. I like to hear that. Last up is, let's see. NBA 2K, $70. I really hope games aren't $70 because, look, we're already getting nickel and dimed. We're already getting the booty boxes, the DLC, the microtransactions. And here's the thing. If it was any other game not being $70, that'd be one thing. But an annual yearly game cannot be $70. That's just absolutely absurd in my opinion. Should not happen. It's just like, it's stupid. It's an annual yearly game with minimal changes and updates, and they're going to sell it for $70. Sports games to me shouldn't be any more than $40, $50 a year. That's my opinion. But, you know, they know people are going to go out there and buy this game. And you know what that means. Call of Duty is going to do the same damn thing. And once Call of Duty and NBA 2K do it, Madden's probably going to follow suit next. And once those three do it, everybody's going to start doing it. Folkingill is right. 2K fans are getting rammed hard. And that's what's crazy is this is just $70 in the States. Imagine how much higher it's going to be in other countries like Canada, Europe, Japan, South America. Yeah, it's going to be harder. Or higher. Meta character, you are not wrong. Appreciate that donation. But last up on the list, I want to talk about these Xbox Tiny controllers. I like this idea. The Tiny Xbox controller is designed for Microsoft's Xbox Cloud service. 8BitDo has worked with Microsoft on a miniature Xbox controller. Now, as you guys know, this is what the controller looks like. I'm actually going to be doing a review on this controller because I have this controller, which is the same exact controller, except this is an Xbox branded one. And this would actually be pretty good because, you know, when I'm playing games, I actually know my buttons themselves, so it doesn't bother me. But this does have X input, but, you know, A, B, X, Y, they're in different spots than they would be here. So, you know, it won't bother me. I don't need to get a new one, but I might want to get a new one. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Now, while I do like this controller, how do I explain this? It's not exactly good for a game like Gears. It's tiny. It's small. It's the perfect controller to play The Legend of Heroes and smaller JRPG games. But if you're really using something with dual analog, you gotta have handle grips. You have to have a handle grip. And I believe they are trying to sell this for... Yeah, this is pretty much the same exact controller. I will review this controller for you. Don't worry about that, guys. I will. I mean, I guess I'm probably not going to get this. Maybe if I can get it really cheap, I'll get it, but just to have it, but... Yeah, they're selling this thing for $45. I mean, I guess it comes with this, but... I'm conflicted here because if you're trying to play something portably, this would be the best and most functional controller to have right here. If you wanted to play something portably, this would be the controller. My issue is this controller really is not functionable for something of modern games that involve manipulation of two joysticks, or analog sticks, however you want to call them. I don't play Warframe anymore. I dropped 900 hours into it, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, if you're serious about getting on the go, this is the best small controller I could recommend. I'm just saying, you know, it's not really comfortable. I guess you could do it. It's probably your best option, but you understand what I'm saying. I have way too many controllers, you are right. And guess what? I want more. It just is what it is. Yes, CSA is going to be wild. But I appreciate you guys all coming out here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a bit. Expect an hour of this every Monday. That's what we're going to do. A little debrief podcast, a little Weapon Wheel post show. So if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe to this channel right here. Be sure to hit that like button, retweet. Be sure to support all the other Weapon Wheel members. BG, Jimmy, Smooth, Jack, myself. If you want to, check out all the other additional content like BG's live streams, my live streams, Jack's live streams, Planet Xbox. If you'd like to support further, that Patreon is always over there. You can support us that way. And hell, if you don't want to support us, if you like other people, support them. Support AGS, support PSP, support Spawncast. YouTube does not support the content creators, people. So, to motivate your creators to make the best content you can, support the people you like. And that's really all I got to say. Y'all guys have a nice one. Enjoy your day. Maybe make a couple more videos later this week. The pool is open, so you could see a Weapon Wheel podcast from the pool. No promises yet, but we'll see. Enjoy your day, guys. I'm getting back on the Legend Heroes, Cold Steel, Part 2. And I'll catch you next week.